Has the Dubai real estate market hit the bottom in terms of prices? Yes or no? I've got some interesting stats coming your way. Stick around to understand the complete story. My name is Fahd Dawood. I talk about real estate, my life, sometimes your life, and me allowing financial bliss coming to me and to you. I've been doing this for 14 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada since 2007 in Dubai. I'm the author of the bestseller, The Intelligent Real Estate Investor, Start Your Empire with 500,000 dirhams, which is less than $150,000. If you want to work with me one-on-one specifically, there is a contact form below. If you've got general questions, you can always put them in the comment section, and I do read them and I respond to them as well. Sometimes I'll make videos out of them as well. Okay, so who here, comment in the comment section below, would like to know if the market's bottoming out? And if you're interested in more videos with regards to this, just put a comment in the comment section. I'd like more information. Please share more. Here's the thing. Here's why has the market hit rock bottom is so interesting. A point of curiosity for all investors out there. Essentially speaking, when we say has the market bottomed out, like, you know, so real estate market goes in cycles. I don't think you can see this properly. Okay, if I can cover this, but you know, so this being the top. Let's do it again. So let's do it here. Okay, so this being the top in terms of price per square foot or per meter, and then this being the bottom and then going up again. Here's the thing, generally speaking, this is the thing, anybody who tries to predict the future is going to be eating crystal glass. Okay, I don't try to predict the future. I've been doing this for a long time to understand, and I've been told off by senior investors and had my ears pulled that, listen Fahd, behave yourself and don't try to predict the future. Essentially speaking, this is the rock bottom where everybody wishes to purchase, because anything when the price is going up after that, obviously you can sell at a profit. But essentially speaking, nobody can predict this rock bottom, because investors like yourself, agents and investors like myself, only know when the bottom has come after prices start going up. Okay, so never ever do people get this absolutely right. Okay, but I've got something very interesting that I want to bring to your knowledge so that you can understand what's happening in the Dubai market. Now, recently I came across a report that was released by Property Monitor. Okay, it was done by a gentleman whose name is Zan Jasinki. I think that's how he pronounced his last name. He's the COO over there, and you know, he's a statistics expert, right? He's a nerd, so to speak. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to numbers. Okay, and he's released a report August 2020 with a market update. Now there's this one graph, and I'll try to put the link on to the report at the bottom so you can actually download and go through it yourself. But there's this one graph that really stuck out for me, and I looked at that. Somebody else actually pointed it out to me, and I said, wow, okay. So essentially speaking, in that report, what Mr. Zahn has done is got something like the dynamic price index. Okay, now before 2008, the Dubai data was not that verifiable, it wasn't available properly. So we've got like the freehold data from 2008 and onwards. Okay, and what he's done is he's shown it in a graph, something called the dynamic price index. Okay, and I'll try to put it on the screen as well on YouTube, and I'll put a link in the description as well. Essentially speaking, this is what the graph talks about. Okay, after the global financial crisis, okay, there's a base point which is 100, and after the global financial crisis, the bottom of the market was right here in April 2009. After that, it started going up. Okay, and it kept going up until 2014. Now I actually, because I was working with a multi-million-dollar fund at that time, so we were saying like 140 apartments in 45 days, 90 apartments to individual retail investors in 15 days, 40 apartments in, you know, a few months. So we were going through a lot of inventory, and so we kind of had our finger on the pulse of the market. And I completely clearly remember that market shot up so hard, so fast, right up to the expo announcement of November 27th, 2013. I remember my office was in Sheikh Zayed Road. I could see the Burj Khalifa. The announcement was in Paris, and as soon as the announcement was made, Burj Khalifa left off the fireworks. We were excited. Everybody was excited. And, you know, so the prices kept climbing up because everybody thought like there was this mass hysteria, right? That prices were going to go through the roof. But what essentially happens, and this happens across the world everywhere, that prices go up in anticipation of news, okay? So up till the announcement of Expo 2020, we were pretty sure Dubai was going to win it, UAE was going to win it, and then we won it and prices were climbing, and then right after, I still remember very clearly, February 2014, prices started softening, correcting. I always called it a correction. People call it crashing. I don't agree with that because market prices didn't crash. They've been coming down very slowly, okay? Now here's the thing. I remember the fund that we were managing on an ad hoc basis. We increased prices the day after Expo 2020 was announced by 5%. Some of the inventory, we just pulled it away from the market. We didn't want to sell it anymore until prices went back up again. Now, coming back to the report of Mr. Zahn, here's the thing that he talks about. With his August report, he's pointed out that the price, the dynamic price index, indicates that the current price per square foot is about 2.5% away from where it was in 2009. August 2020, that's where price has hit. Now, in a very balanced way, he does not state that, hey, listen, prices have hit the last low we had, therefore they're going to start going up again. He doesn't state that. Neither am I going to state that. But this is food for thought for you, okay? He does predict and he does anticipate that prices in November might further go down, right? That's fine. But what you need to understand is that on a per square foot basis, on a value perception basis of the investors who are buying, prices are where they were in April 2009. Now prices still might go further down, but there's a few things that I'd like you to actually assess, okay? There's a few communities, and I'm going to make a few more videos about this, where prices have gone up in the last few months, okay? Because people who were waiting as 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, this weirdness of the pandemic has caused them to all of a sudden start coming to the market. And there's a ton, like, money's energy's gotta go. So there's a ton of investors who are looking and itching to come back into the market and then starting to invest. Now, there's a few communities where prices have gone up, but it's got it's where the Dubai market is heading in terms of maturity, because there's scarcity or less property in that community. Now that's a video and a topic for another time. Now, will prices go up after this? Are they going to be going up? There's a lot of other factors that need to be plugged in to this situation, right? The vaccine situation. Are we getting a vaccine soon? Like Bill Gates said, he expects end of 2021 the vaccine to be mass produced and available to everybody. The US elections, Trump's gonna win or Biden's gonna win? Something interesting, those who don't agree with Trump might not like me. I kind of predicted that Trump would win last time. I had clients who were from the US and they laughed at me and they said there's no way, and they had this thick accent and they said Hillary's gonna do this and that, and I said, look, maybe you're not understanding or reading the news critically from an outsider's perspective. You know, I'm not for Trump or against Trump. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling the person that, look, it seems that Trump might win. And this was before Trump even won the primaries. Anyways, this time I'm not kind of calling out, but I'm just saying that the US elections are going to play out on the world economy, and Dubai's economy, you know, will complement each other, right? Oil prices still fairly low. I think $45, less than $45 a barrel. So if that goes up, definitely, you know, you'll see more buoyancy in the market. The excess inventory, right? There's tons of inventory still in the market, but you know what? There's some interesting things are happening in the market. And if you're an investor, you need to pay attention to this. Last 2008 or 9, the recovery was very different, right? Kind of all the properties went up in terms of price this time. But remember one thing, okay? I'm going to point out one thing. When prices started correcting from here, going downwards, a lot of the properties that were in poor places with poor maintenance, poor workmanship, poor quality, those prices decelerated faster. Now you'll see that the maturer the Dubai market gets, the price differentiation is going to be quite extreme. So be careful on what you're buying. Purchase quality if you can afford it, okay? So as the market bottomed out, I'm not predicting it has, but the report's interesting, and I think as an investor, you should definitely read it. There are several other factors, I just mentioned 4, that you would want to know about to know where you're going with your investment. Ciao for now. Catch you on the flip side. Listen, please hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. If this video has helped you in any way, press the like button, share it with others. I'd appreciate it. My kid's gonna be happy. I'm gonna get a play button. So imagine, they'll look at me as a real YouTuber. Thanks. Ciao for now. Bye.